Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and in this video I'm doing a tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. I have been using the the Myth and Legends Tarot. This is actually supposed to be down here. This is the Deviant Moon Tarot, and then this is the Oracle deck called Become an Oracle. So I've already smudged the decks, and I'm just going to scoot everything to the side, and we are going to get going here. All right, Capricorn, if for any reason this reading is not resonating with you, I urge you to try the reading for your moon sign or your rising sign. And you can also try your sidereal placements as well. And if that doesn't work, if you're not finding anything that way, I suggest to scroll through the video titles and see if there is a spread that catches your eye or a title that sort of fits the situation that you're in right now. So I'm not particularly fond of doing readings based on signs, but I think that's just a good way to find a reading and a good place to start. So because not every Capricorn is going through the same thing, not every Scorpio is going through the same thing, so it's a little difficult. It's kind of, hit or miss. Anyway, that's my soapbox. So we'll go ahead and get started with your reading, Capricorn. Let's see. So we've got the Hermit in reverse. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this deck has a myth and legends theme. It's myth and legends throughout history and throughout the world, from many different cultures. And so each card, even the minor arcana, has a different myth or legend character in it. And I chose this deck because Halloween was yesterday. So, and then today is the first day of Dia de los Muertos. So we're still kind of in that energy. Okay, so our major arcana card here is the Hermit, and he is in reverse. This card speaks of solitude, isolation, going through a period where you have time to reflect and to think, and you don't have any outside, what is that called? Any outside distractions or anything to kind of sway what you're actually thinking. And so this is a very deep card. It calls for some meditation and just pondering, thinking about, not in a bad way though, not like ruminating, but just thinking about how things could be, how things were, how can you make them better. And with it being in reverse, either that energy needs to happen and it's not happening, or that energy is blocked in some way, or perhaps you are misusing this energy. Then we come over here to the Pentacles, and this is the Nine of Pentacles, and this card speaks of, this is Medusa, and then this is the Yeti. I'm not sure which one this one is. I do have a flip through, by the way, which I will link in the description box. So the Nine of Pentacles, it speaks of contentment. You kind of have everything that you need. You've got all your stuff, and you're happy. You're content with what you have. You're not looking too far in the future at what more you can get, but you're not in a position of lack either. And then we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, knights, as a as a position in the court, they're actionary cards. Sorry for the rustling. I'm going to light an incense here. I've got my candle going. I don't know if you guys can see the nice glow, but I'm going to get a little bit of extra smoke going on. So all the knights are actionary, but they are fire. And then this knight happens to be in the suit of swords. So this is actually a pretty cool card. I love how Taylor she kind of like did dots and hatch marks and stuff. And I think initially she wanted this deck to be in black and white. However, I believe she added some color to it. And she does have some other decks that are in this style as well. So, okay, we got the smoke going. There we go. And I'm just going to pop open a window. This is a little dangerous for me because it's so chilly outside and I am just cold-natured. But also this the smoke kind of gets to my throat. Okay, so this Knight of Swords, he's very fast acting. He thinks quickly and he acts on those thoughts really quickly. So he's like a go, go, go. He's our fastest moving knight. He, along with the Knight of Wands, is pretty fast as well. The Knight of Wands is real passionate. This guy is more calculated, more exacting in his movements, and he takes in a lot of the information that he pulls in from the outside world and does these quick calculations mind-wise, and then takes action. So the overall arch reading that I have here is that you're kind of in this hermit mode. I feel like you're content in where you're at. However, I feel like you just kind of might be stuck. Maybe a little too content and not very forward thinking, not very forward movement. And it might be time for you to come out of that, Capricorn. It might be time for you to get some action going here. So with these two cards in reverse, for me, it just feels like there's a little bit of stall. Not a lot of action here. So this is the Deviant Tarot, and I thought I was getting a good deal when I got this deck, but I believe it might be a bootleg deck. It didn't come with a guidebook, and they're smaller. So anyway, I'm not quite sure. The artwork is I'm thinking the same. I don't have the larger copy. Anyway, this would be a good time to mention that if you are enjoying the reading, that you give me a little thumbs up. Also, if you would like to be notified when I make new videos and post them, you can subscribe. Of course, you guys know all this, but it's just, I guess it's nice to give the little reminder. Sometimes I'll be watching a video and I'll enjoy it, and then I'll just forget to like, and I'll remember later, and I will literally go back and hit the like button, go back and through my history. So just so the artist knows, the creator knows that their video is liked. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the Hermit card. Hermit in reverse. Okay, so this is the Seven of Wands, fire energy in reverse. Then we have Judgment, major arcana. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so another 9 here. This 9 is another contentment card, another I am okay, and I'm good, I'm emotionally sound, not really looking for much, not looking to go further. Then we have the Judgment card here in the center, and this card for me is like a taking stock. Am I in line with my morals? Am I acting the way my mama taught me? Am I doing things that I'm proud of? Am I doing things to reach my goals? Am I doing things am I heading my life in the direction that I am wanting to head? Basically there's this angel is blowing the horn, and anybody who these people are being judged, and if you are not in acting accordingly, in accordance to the rules that have been set forth, then of course you're not going to arise. And then we have the Seven of Wands here, which is kind of a defensive position. And it's in reverse. So so the feeling that I get here is that is that it's time for you to take judgment. And actually, let's read a little bit further. The message is still a little fuzzy for me. I kind of have an idea, but I would like to see what Medusa has to say. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups in reverse, water energy. Then we've got another major arcana, the Star. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles as well, but this one is reversed. Okay, let's just make sure this is a 9. You know, these Roman numerals sometimes trip me up. Okay, so the Star energy. The Star is a card of hope. It's another one of those directionals. You know, this one calls to see, are you following the way that you want your life to go? And this one is forward thinking, right? Whereas this one is more right now. This one is the Judgment card is speaking of right now. Are you in line with your goals right now? And then this is setting the goal. This is setting the trajectory. This is forward thinking, looking into the future. This is where I want to be in X amount of time. Okay. And that's what this card is about. This card is setting that goal, setting that hope, setting that dream for you. And then we've got water and earth here. And these two cards are the same, except this one is reversed. So I think what has happened is perhaps at one point you weren't very content, and you weren't really sure what you wanted, right? And perhaps a relationship maybe went south. I like this card. I like how one's black and one's white. And you know, I just kind of like how they're opposites and how they're wanting to come together. She even has her hand on her belly as if they were you know, getting ready to create. And then he's got his mummy is wrapped around his her ankle, you know, as a way of not like possession, but more of a wanting, right, of a desire. So I do like this card a lot. So so far what I'm getting for you, Capricorn, is that at one point you were not satisfied. Okay. I think right now you're satisfied. However, I do feel like you're kind of getting that itch a little bit, and you're looking back on things, and you're starting to realize that it's time for you to start moving again. I feel that you have this desire, this want, this hope that is in your head, and at one point it seemed like it was very far off from you. So it's almost like you kind of went through a little bit of a growth period. You experienced a little bit of sadness, maybe a breakup over here. Then you kind of experienced a little bit of kind of some turmoil, maybe a little conflict and stuff like that. And that kind of puts you in hermit mode over here, where you just kind of started reflecting on yourself, on your life, and where things were headed. And so that's kind of where we are right now. So let's get a read on this Knight of Swords. Ooh, we've got the High Priestess, Major Arcana energy. Then we've got the Three of Swords, air energy. And then the Five of Swords. Wow. Okay. So we've got lots of air energy here. You know, with our Knight of Swords here, then we've got the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. And this card makes me laugh. So with the High Priestess, I do like how we've got Major Arcana in every row and every column as well. And so this is something, this has been a major transformation for you, Capricorn. You've gone through a lot, I would say, and you are transforming. And I've seen that a lot in these readings that I've done for this series. Lots of people, lots of signs are transforming, and it might have something to do with the two eclipses that we experienced, the full moon and the new moon eclipse, and I'm sorry, the full moon and the solar eclipse. So wait, I think that was a full moon eclipse. It was a full moon day, right? I can't remember. I know it was a solar eclipse, but I don't remember if it was on a full moon. So we've got the high priestess, and the high priestess asks us to dig deep, to dive deep, to go in and think about things that in a way that haven't been pondered, you know. And she begs us to uncover great mysteries. And I believe that's kind of what you're doing here with this Knight of Swords, not, you know, being in reverse, with him not moving and him not actually thinking too much, acting on his thoughts. I believe you're in this high priestess energy where you are thinking, and that's kind of maybe why you're here in this hermit mode as well, is because, you know, these two seem to be talking to one another, and they seem to be on the same page, working with one another, contemplating these great mysteries. And so then we have this card here. Of course, this is the heartbreak card, but this is more than just heartbreak. Heartbreak did happen. I do see that here with this Two of Cups in reverse. I do feel like there was a connection that was maybe severed, but this connection that was severed, the issue that you're facing, it's still sort of plaguing you, and you're rolling it over into your mind. And I believe it's causing a little bit of conflict within yourself. It's causing a little bit of mental sort of back and forth, a little bit of mental, you know, anguish, and and so I think overall the message that is coming through is that you're content where you're at, but I do see you kind of wanting a little bit more. I do see you ready to sort of come out of your cave, so to say. I do see that you've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of transformation, a lot of changing, and it does have to do with the way you've dealt with relationships in the past. And we can see that here with these three cards. You know, the Judgment card is talking about how perhaps you were on the defensive a lot, and maybe either just not wanting to see the side of another, or perhaps just always in conflict with someone else. But you were always searching for this contentment in your feelings and contentment in your relationship. And it just didn't seem like you ever quite found that. Especially with this relationship that sort of went south. But you are searching for it. You do want it. You want this relation. You want a relationship where you are content, where you can be free and speak your mind, and where you can be comfortable and vulnerable. So so what I see is that you're doing what needs to be done. You've done some major transformation work, and it might be time for you to come out of that space a little bit. You know, maybe just come out with your pinky toe, and you know, test the waters a little bit. You come out of this cave, and you know, we don't have to be content alone. We don't have to be content, period. You know, we can come to the 10 of Pentacles, where you kind of have it all, where you have everything that you need and then some. So when we come out of the 9s, we go into the 10s, and it's almost like we come into a new world, because we have all of these experiences and all of these things. Especially when we're talking about the 10s, we have all of these notches in our tool belts, I guess you could say, that can help us better experience the new world and see it in a new way and live in it in a new way. So with that, I'm going to draw an oracle card from the Become an Oracle deck. I don't think I've done a flip through of this one. And but I do have the creator's name below if you are interested in looking and purchasing this deck. This is a great deck. It has it has constellations in it. It has some angels, some great archetypes. Very interesting. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what we have for you. So we have number 35, the Flowers Realm, and that is healing and cosmic connection. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book. So, Realm of Flowers. Flowers have a very high consciousness and vibration and help to harmonize and cleanse our own vibration and thoughts. It is not for nothing that we use certain flowers such as a rose, chamomile, or lavender for their calming properties. Several types of flowers can be used. Actually, we prefer to collaborate more than use to bring to harmony. Flowers are beauty, contemplation, the present moment, cosmic traveling, healing, emotional freedom, compassion, and love. Okay, so I'm going to let you see how that is going to resonate with your reading, Capricorn. Perhaps it's maybe asking you to use the healing properties of flowers. Lavender was one thing that was mentioned, and lavender, I do like to put lavender in my bath water. And you can use the actual lavender, that little pod. I don't know if that's a petal or what, but you know, they're those little seed looking things. You can put that in your bath. You can also drink lavender tea as well. It's very calming and soothing. And if you have those charcoal discs, you can light up a charcoal disc and throw some lavender on that and take in the smoke, and that's very calming too. So so perhaps that's what this card is asking you to do, and it might open your heart into a way where it's ready to receive. Because like I said, you know, when we get hurt in love and we want to hermit away, you know, that's okay. You know, we need our time to heal. We need our time to be in solitude and see what we've done, what we can do to change things going forward, and how we can be a better partner. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Take care.